Funny, it wasn't too long ago that I was just a sales rep at Lifetime Fitness and snuck my way into the Google headquarters in Austin so that I could try to get an application in, and got rejected for being on their sales enterprise team. I ended up at this little company called Scene Interactive. We rebranded to Own Local. You can actually read about it in the $100 million offer book by Alex Hermosi. And we were very close to shutting this company down. We had 7 publications in 10 years. You can notice now they're at 4,000 publications. And it was through my first sales efforts to that company that Paul Buchheit, the inventor of Gmail, Matt Kutch, the search director of Google, ended up sending us $10 million the 2 weeks after that, after we had vetted the process and really shown that this really could be an amazing thing. Let's fast forward. I joined Restaurant Connect, and I was a junior co-founder of this company. We bootstrapped it from zero and bleeding out to 36,000 recurring monthly revenues. And pretty soon after that, I found myself diving into my own agency, working with Video Power Marketing as part of that process and launching my agency. First, it was Calames Consulting LLC. And I was like, it's not really my thing. JCal Digital was what I landed on. Well, Video Power, Jake Larson was asked by the founder of YouTube to represent YouTube ads. And he had run ads with Nordic Track and Yahoo.com and John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire. And when I joined their team, we went from 5 clients to 20 clients. We ended up 3xing revenues within 18 months, going back like 10 years now. And we brought on Lewis Howes and T. Harv Eckert and Michael Hyatt, and Billie Jean Marketing came on board. Truth About Cancer launched their campaigns. It was an awesome opportunity to learn how to effectively grow businesses at scale through viral offers, creating something truly irresistible. I'm so grateful for what I learned at that brand. And as I mentioned, I ended up launching JCal Digital as my first agency. And this figure you see here didn't exist when I first launched. In fact, if you scroll down, my first couple websites ended up hiring me to build their websites, even though this part said header 1, this part said header 2, header 3, and the rest was lorem ipsum. I didn't even have a website as a digital marketer. I had helped others with their websites. So I began to realize that there's more to business than just the mechanics. There's more to business than just the automations. Eventually, I ended up launching my baby brand, First Class Business. This is my baby. I absolutely love to help market leaders like Jake Larson with the growth of their brands. And our call is, hey, Batman, let us be your Alfred, right? Let us be that butler behind the scenes who takes care of all the minute details and make sure that you have a team who's got a great leader in charge of supporting them, much like Alfred in the Batman series. So here we were using different programs, and we were using Metricool, and we were using Social Oomph, and we have friends who use Meet Edgar, and we have another one that recommended Publer and RecurPost. Because of the user limitation, we were like, I don't know if we want to use this one. But what we found was a team that's ultra supportive. And here's Krunal right now reaching out to me. We're going to send a challenge involved around the business. Please book the call so I can book my call. Well, he's jumped on me a couple of different times to make sure that we're off to the races with what we're striving to do. And I can see how this technology, it's been really neat to dive in and see, where did I put that at? Here we go. We were able to get some posts scheduled right away, just pulling our RSS feed in. And now we're working closely with your team to figure out, all right, as we get ready to scale our podcast and our evergreen content related to that podcast, how are we going to make sure that we're honoring as much as possible the individuals who are on our show, the resources that we talk about and promote, like Dr. Peter Drucker and his book, The Effective Executive, or the Harbinger Institute and Leadership and Self-Deception, and Simon Sinek and Start With Why. I have so many people who come on our show who mention that resource. It would be really nice to be able to create posts that tag Simon Sinek and Start With Why, and make sure that we are promoting the resources that are helping us and helping so many other great leaders scale. And I believe that RecurPost is the actual system to help us do this in a way that we've never been able to produce by ourselves. So grateful for what you guys have created. I'd be happy to talk about the opportunities that have come our way, the automations and scale capacities, the funnels, etc., that made that happen. Things like Dr. Eric Berg going from 106,000 subscribers on YouTube to meeting with me and me saying, Dr. Berg, you got one of the worst websites I've ever seen in my life. We need to fix that before you scale. And him being leader enough to take that like a champion and say, okay, great, we can do that. And then he goes and fixes it. 3 days later, he's got a phenomenal brand. And guess what? He's at 12.8 million subscribers now. He is one of the largest naturopaths in the world. I haven't met a naturopath in the last few years that doesn't know who he is. And everybody I've talked to loves what he's doing as well. That's important to me. It's important that the brands that we work with are brands who are out there doing good for others. That's what we stand for ourselves. And if you guys see fit for us to come on and talk about some of these growth dynamics and what we're up to and how we're going about scale, we'd be very happy to help your audience. And we're grateful for your customer service. So far, I've been really impressed with what you guys are up to as a company, and we look forward to seeing you guys succeed. Thanks for your time.